Hi Virgo, happy April. It's also a full moon tonight, so whatever needs to be purged, time to purge, let it go, release. Um, let's see, I don't know why this screen is so fuzzy today. Sorry. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it there. Let's pull some baseline cards for you, and then we'll pull clarifiers and get a whole story. Oh, okay. You have been patiently waiting, and I feel like a new love or something you're very much in love with, even if it's not a person, has shown up and has, wow, this is beautiful. You have strength. That's the ability to make it to the finish line and the long haul. It's a major arcana card. It's the universe backing you and giving you the ability, making it almost easier for you to achieve your goals right now. And one of your goals was a new beginning with emotions and love, or so either you've rekindled a relationship that is now where you're able to speak your truth more, and be more emotional and emotionally balanced with someone, or there is a new love offer, something you weren't expecting, but it's leading to the whole world. The world is one of the happiest, and the biggest signs of everything is going to be positive and good for you in the deck. And you got 2 out of 3 of your baseline cards are major arcana cards, which tells me the universe is at play here with a lot of it. Lots of changes, steady and slow, but you are nearly there to accomplish all of your goals and manifestations and actually get the things that you have been calling in, wishing in, working so hard for. Tell me about the Strength card. Okay. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, like I was saying before, I feel like for some of you this was slow moving for a bit. Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving energies in the deck, but he is holding that Ace of Coins. The Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning, a new seed, something you want to develop, but that you know is going to take time. Seeds take time to grow before you have the plant to eat, right? So when the Knight of Pentacles is coming in with this, because knights are messengers, they deliver things, they bring new things, right? So when the universe is bringing this wish and you are manifesting it and calling it in, it takes a while to get there, but by the time it gets there, it was worth the wait. Knight of Wands, there was a passion and an excitement, and there's a desire, there's something fun. 5 of Swords, there I feel like you maybe had to overcome a little bit of hurdles with this person. There was some arguing or some fighting or something like that. Maybe that's why it took so long to progress into this. That's not where it started, and then now there's like a new emotional start, a different way that you're communicating and speaking to each other, because this is the sign of somebody, the card of somebody putting down their ego. This card of fighting is where someone will fight brutally to the very end. Just as long as they don't lose, they don't care who does, because they will fight to the very, very, very end as long as they feel that they're winning in their mind. So this is one of those, don't waste your time fighting with this, because you're never going to win. This is a vicious cycle where everybody just walks away hurt, and there is only one winner who has all the swords, and he doesn't care who gets hurt and who gets cut and who's in the corner vomiting and who's like, makes no difference to him. So you don't fight that person. So I feel like some of you then had the patience to let it ride out, let it figure itself out. And you knew the High Priestess is very in tune. She's very well aware of her power and her intuition, and she knows how to use it. She knows how to be graceful in the process. She holds, the Akashic records in her hands. So she's always well aware of the 5D, more so than the 3D, and knows that things happen with a purpose, for a reason, that there's always a bigger picture and something that the universe knows that you may not, that needs to be handled or figured out, or before the next thing can come into your life. And that's why this was so slow to come. And that's why the universe gave you the strength to ride it out, though, because as it's appearing now, even though it felt like it was taking forever, because you had the passion, the desire, the spark to will it in, but it felt like it wasn't coming, and then boom, now it's showing up. And again, well worth the wait. Ace of Cups. Tell me about this new emotional expression. Oh, look at that. Celebration. Being able to express yourself freely with everyone, with friends, the people around you. It's and you're almost enjoying it. You're enjoying this new freedom of this ability to speak your emotion. And yeah, I think it was holding you back before too much. The devil is toxic energy and a cycle that keeps repeating over and over. Abuse, addiction, self-destructive behavior, anything along those lines. And I feel like it was toxic and leading you to this. And then I feel like there's a side story for some of you, because these two cards together, these cards, all the cards individually have their own meaning, and many of them have several meanings. And then it's a matter of how they're read together, which is why you'll hear readers describe a card differently, or because it's a matter of how it's read as a story. And here also, the Three of Cups could be a third-party situation, and the devil is a very, very toxic, to the point of abusive even sometimes, something that holds you chained and bound to something that you just can't break free of. And I feel like some of you ended up stuck in a third party. Again, this is maybe a small subsection of you. Ended up stuck in a third party situation with somebody who cheated, deceived, lied, something like that. Lied a lot. It was all about ego, and as long as they were winning, but they were off, kind of being a player. The Knight of Wands, rides into town for a good time, not a long time. Again, different meanings for the cards, and the way that they're interpreted together sometimes for a different story is something else. So I feel like that almost blocked your emotions, and it almost made them feel out of control, like it was too much and they were constantly overflowing, and it almost became toxic to you to have to deal with this kind of a situation. And that's where it took the strength for you and the realization that you can't keep fighting this. You can't, because you'll wait around forever for it, except this time it's not even going to show up. This is an energy where, again, it's just a side story for some of you. But I think some of you also knew, yep, see, two different stories, two different paths, two different things. And it's relevant to both, which is really ironic, because that Two of Wands on the bottom, it's knowing which of those paths have to be left behind. You can't take both sticks with you, right? Because you already have the whole world. You're already dealing with a lot. You've got the whole world in your hands, which is your goal too, right? To have everything that you want. So you have only one free hand. You can only pick one of the sticks. You got to make a choice and go with it. And some of you have chosen to walk away from this, and that was a big, huge decision that took a lot of strength. And then for the rest of you who are dealing with someone who is new, or someone who has, managed to rekindle something, and it was, a long time coming, and it was a long time coming, but worth the wait. This is, you finally have the freedom to be able to, again, express yourself so that this doesn't become toxic anymore. It's new path, new choices, new spaces and places. The world. Let's talk about the world. The Maya is the world here. The world. Ace of Wands. That's what we were talking about before, right? Knight of Wands is holding that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. New beginning, passion, excitement, drive, and energy, and a new sense of a spark that cannot be dimmed, but you have to be careful, because a fire that's just starting and has to be tended to in order to keep burning, right? And here we go. Knight of Pentacles. Again, you had it here before. Look how slow he is. He's so slow. He's not even on the horse. I mean, if you need a horse to get somewhere and you're walking instead, it's going to take you quite a while to get there. But when he shows up, he's in good shape. The horse is in good shape. Everybody's good. He got a whole bunch of pentacles that he collected along the way. He might have been on his own journey. He might have taken the really, really long road, but he got there nonetheless. Ace of Wands. That spark, that passion, while it may take a while to get there, is fully leading you to the world. So those of you who have a new option or a choice to make of, again, which of those paths, like I said, you can only take one of those, that Ace of Wands, that new beginning. Only one goes with you. But that one, once you finally make that choice and get out of your own way, lead you to the whole world. So those of you who are dealing with something like this, it's time to walk away. And it's hard and it's slow and but you're going to pick up new lessons along the way. You're going to pick up all these things that are going to make things better. You just need that fire, that passion, that spark, that desire to want to move toward the whole world. And then once you pick that path, you're good. But see, look what's underneath that. It's that two of swords, which is that crossroads, because you refuse to take the blinders off and see something. But some of you have to walk away from something. This is the card of walking away from what doesn't serve you and walking toward the Nine of Cups instead, which is a wish fulfillment, which is excitement. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Like I said, we have full moon also. Full moons are all about, when the moon gets full and it's heavy and big, and, that's when everything in our lives, anything that's too heavy, too big, has to be released. It's time to let it go. That's the only way to let in the new energy, is when we release any of the energy that's no longer serving our path and whatever, higher purpose we have in any given moment. If we're not following that path authentically, we're never going to get to our goals. So there are things that have to be dropped along the way so that new things could be picked up. There's only so much you can carry on your back at one time. You're going to have to leave some stuff behind and pick up some new things on the way. So enjoy your April. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys soon.